Well, Justin, congratulations on the win. What pleased you the most about tonight?
Oh, the win, probably. I think the margin at the end of the day probably flattered us a little bit. Clearly weren't at our best, but yeah, it was different circumstances this game. Obviously, there was a lot of distractions for both teams coming into it, and at the end of the day, getting the win, is the best part of it. I just, I feel really bad for people at the footy club, to be honest. They've put a lot of work into this. It's such a big day, 25th Len Hall game where we get to commemorate the Anzacs. It's just disappointing that there was no crowd here, and heart goes out to the Anzacs who are coming along tonight, and everyone at the club who put so much time and effort to organise such a great show. It's just a bit of an eerie feeling, to be honest, coming here today and the game, and I was glad we got the win. It's that's all we can really take out of it.
I guess under those circumstances, you needed the leaders to stand up, and David Mundy in that first half in particular, his polish just shone above everyone. What did you make of his game and just in general, just how well he's playing this year?
Yeah, well, I thought him and Nathan were our standout players throughout the whole game. Fifey's consistency across the four quarters, probably got us over the line in the end. I thought they just really stood out with their clean hands. It was actually quite slippery out there. The dew set in, and I thought those two in particular were able to be really clean around the ball, absorb North's pressure. Both had 30 possessions and 4 shots on goal. Obviously, Dave finished his a lot better than Nath, but I couldn't speak highly enough of both their games. Outstanding. Led the way as they've been doing. And I thought our midfield group in totality were really strong, especially that first half.
It's 1 goal, 12 for Fife now this year. What do you put that down to, and how do you go about trying to fix that?
There's no other fix apart from just keep practicing. I think he's improved his kicking over the last couple of years, especially his field kicking. He rarely misses a target. And I've got no doubt that if he keeps putting himself in dangerous positions and creating shots on goal, they'll start going through. There's probably a couple today. He could have taken an extra step or an extra 5 metres on the shot on the run, and he might have just rushed a couple of them a little bit more than he had to. But I don't really want to read too much into his goal kicking because I don't want it to take any gloss off of the rest of his game. His work around the contest, his work around stoppages actually helped us win the game tonight. So I don't want to take any gloss off his performance by talking about his goal kicking too much.
Yeah, just one more question just further to that. At training, is he nailing them quite easily? Do you think it's just a confidence thing once he gets into game mode, that once he does get a few, then it will just start flowing from there?
Yeah, I am confident of that. Like I said, he's probably rushing the ones, the snaps and the on the run ones a little bit. He could probably settle and take a little bit more time and get a bit closer, especially the one on the run. But I've got no issues with his appetite to get better. He's probably has more set shots and more shots on goal than anyone else in our side. So I'm pretty confident that I'll start going through the big sticks.
Cool, thanks for that.
Hi, Justin.
G'day, mate.
How are you feeling as far as momentum for the group and this run that you seem to be on or starting to get on?
I feel like we're building. We haven't played the perfect game by any stretch, and we've got a lot of things we need to work on. And every game that we've played over the last 3 weeks in particular, but over the whole season has thrown different challenges at us. And clearly tonight was a real challenge for the mental side of our game. North were able to defend us really well at times and deny us some ball movement, which presented another option, another challenge for us in game. And then, they tried to deny us of the ball by taking a lot of uncontested marks, which we didn't handle as well as we could have. So, I don't know. We sort of take each game as it on its own, and I'm really the thing that pleases me the most is that every time the players come to the club, they're looking to get better and improve our footy. So we've got a tougher run coming up. We'll need to improve on what we dished up tonight, but I'm really confident the players have the appetite to do that.
Yep. And you've already spoken a little bit about midfield, but just as far as the balance within that group and the young and the old, are you quite content at the moment with the balance there and the roles the players are playing week to week?
Yeah, absolutely. We obviously lost Cherry out of the midfield, but the others, Caleb was able to play a more game time. Andy obviously spent a lot of time through there. And both of those guys had impact on the game as well. So, a lot's been made of Dave and Fifey, but I think it's been a really even spread across there. I think Sean Darcy's work in the ruck the last 3 weeks in particular has been really strong, and he's really complementing our midfield group and giving them first look. So, I feel like we're getting it done as a collective. No, I'm not necessarily relying on individuals.
And you were able to restrict them to 6 goals tonight. Obviously, what was going right for you in the back line? What went well there?
I think that was a byproduct of a bit of inaccuracy by them as well. I know we kicked a lot of points, but they missed some goals that they should have kicked. I don't think we defended that well. I was actually probably pretty disappointed with the way we defended as a team tonight. That's not necessarily on the backs, but on us as a group. And I think it was a byproduct of them being inaccurate, the 6 goals, rather than us being good defensively.
Okay. Have you got an update on how he's going?
He's rolled his ankle. Doesn't look too serious at this stage, but we'll have to get it scanned and see how he pulls up.
Okay. No worries. Thanks, Justin.
No worries, mate.
Justin, considering just hoping that everything pans out okay in the next couple of days and everything goes back to normal, is this a handy little stretch of 3 weeks sitting at home without having to jump on a plane?
Yeah, it is. It is. Handy. We get to, stay off the plane, sleep in our own beds. The travel does take its toll. So to spend a period of time at home, it's handy. We'll just see what it throws up with the COVID situation over the next couple of days. But it is a handy little stretch we've got.